Over the years, I've had a great opportunity to work with young kids, especially teenagers, and present some of the experiences that I've had with meditation in my life, and with the hopes of really working with a very important issue that keeps coming up for me in my life over and over again, and that's the issue of blaming. I should say the whole illusion that circles the issue of blaming. And it came to me when, some years ago I got into trouble selling drugs. I was arrested and actually wound up with a life sentence in a maximum security prison. And during that time, I had a chance to really take a look at my case, my life, what brought me there. And I became very, very angered by the fact that I really believed that I was in prison because a young kid who worked for me in a restaurant that I had brought an undercover policewoman to my home posing as his girlfriend. It was a setup, and the cops followed after that and arrested me, and the rest was history. During that time, I hired an attorney, and he did absolutely nothing in my defense. In fact, he sabotaged any appeal that I could get, according to any appellate lawyers, appeals lawyers that I went to. And there I was sitting in prison and so angry and blaming these two characters for what had befallen me. And fortunately, I got into meditation and my life began to change with an amazing experiences of clarity and insights into my own life. And my meditation teacher, who was revered all over the world as a great and wise being, I remember him coming to me in a meditation one day. I actually heard him teaching, where he said that everything in the world that happens to you is a result of your own past actions. Everything. And he kept repeating it over and over and over again as I sat there with my eyes closed, deep in meditation. And I see the faces of this attorney and this informant, this snitch who set me up. And I couldn't conceive of the fact that I was in prison if it was not for them. But I also had to recognize the fact that this meditation teacher of mine, I really knew that he was telling me the truth. And as hard as it was for me to listen to him, I began to really hear what he was saying. And in that moment, I had an insight that changed my life forevermore. And that insight was around the fact that, as simple as it may sound, my recognition, I was a drug dealer. And that I was the one selling the drugs. And if it wasn't for me being a drug dealer, this informant, this young kid who came to my house with the policewoman, would never have been in my life. And as far as the attorney was concerned, I was busted. I was in jail. I needed an attorney. And so I called him. If I'm not doing drugs, I don't need an attorney. He would never be in my life either. And I realized in that moment that they didn't set me up. I set myself up. That I created it. And in that moment, I knew for sure that what my meditation teacher was saying was the absolute truth. And no longer in my life could I ever blame anybody for anything. And I knew that I had to begin to take some responsibility for my own life and for my own issues. And from that point on, my life changed in ways that were more beautiful and powerful and freeing than I'd ever known possible.